Okay, I'm gonna need you guys to cut me a break. I know this isn't the video you were expecting, but this is what we're gonna get. I'm sick. I'm dying. I've been sick and dying for a week. I'm suffering. So last week, I told you guys that I was going to Nagoya to visit a friend. However, I didn't film most of it because I went to go visit a friend. I wanted to be in the experience, and there's also some things that happened along the way that I didn't feel comfortable filming. I didn't even feel comfortable asking if I could film, so I'm just gonna explain everything that happened that weekend and then show you the stuff that I filmed. So first of all, trip to Nagoya. I got up around 9:30-ish. I was planning on leaving earlier than that, but I was tired. Leave me alone. Packed my bags really quick. Got some money from the ATM at 7-Eleven. Took 2 subways. And then I had to try to get a ticket and get on the Shinkansen. If you don't know what the Shinkansen is, it is a bullet train. I'm pretty sure it's the fastest train in the world. So that ticket was around $110 US. Fun times. I love spending money. My friend Erika, she was very kind to me, and she sent me a lot of directions before I got there, so I knew where to buy my ticket. And fortunately, when I was buying the ticket, there was a woman who spoke a little bit of English. I went up to her and I was like, "Sumimasen, ego hanasemasu ka?" And she said, "Chotto." That process happened, and eventually a ticket was bought. However, I don't know if this is a thing for train tickets in general, because I have a Passmo, so I usually don't buy train tickets. I haven't bought a train ticket since I got here, since the first day I got here. The ticket doesn't say what track number you're supposed to go to board the train. It's not on there. I asked Erika. Every time I asked someone in the train station, they had to go into a little office and look to see where it was supposed to be, because it doesn't say, which is confusing, because how is anyone supposed to find where they're supposed to go if there's no number on the ticket? I stopped 5 different poor Japanese workers that were just trying to live their life and do their job to go, "Sumimasen, kore wa densha doko desu ka?" And they would be like, "Oh, let me look," and they'd go look, and they'd be like, "Oh, turn this way and this way." So then I'd go, and I'd get lost again, and I'd be like, "Sumimasen." It was just a repeating cycle of that, so that was fun. But I finally made it. Here's a little clip of me being super excited that I made it to the train. So the Shinkansen ride, I believe, was about 2 hours. I would show you the ticket, but after we get in and out of the train stations, you have to put them in the machine to be able to proceed, so you can't keep the tickets. The lighting. Typhoon season. There's supposed to be a typhoon tomorrow, and it's currently raining, so the lighting isn't great. So the Shinkansen ride, it was so smooth. You couldn't even feel the train moving. It was so fast, but it was very smooth. There was no rumbling like it is on the subway. It wasn't loud. You couldn't hear anything. It was great. I loved it. The seats were comfortable. I had a good time, honestly. And the views, just look, watch them. arrived at the train station, and I was afraid that I was gonna get lost again. But I just, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the first exit I find. My friend Erika, the one I went to visit, sent me a picture earlier that week, and she's like, look for this clock. There's a big clock. I'll probably insert a picture of said clock maybe over there. If I can figure out how to edit it, it'll be over here. If I can't, I'm just gonna like cut to a picture of it. That's probably what's gonna happen. So she said, meet me at this clock. And I went to the exit, and I was like, oh, I'm never gonna be able to find this clock. Like, I'm gonna be lost forever. It was right in front of me. So someone was there. Someone was watching out for me, okay? So I made it to this clock, and I stood there with my luggage, which was like a carry-on bag. That's all I had. It was like an overnight bag, and that was it. And I waited for a little bit, and she came up to me, and she was like, Rihanna? She like came up to me, and she hugged me, and it was just, it was so beautiful. It was the first time I've ever met her, like, in person. We've been friends online for a really long time, honestly. So this was the first time we've actually met in person. Like, we video chatted a lot. Like, she's spoken to my mom. Like, that was the first time we met in person, though, and she was very kind. She was very sweet. So the first thing we did was go look for some food, and we found a little restaurant in the train station, and she paid for my food because she said, you came out here to come visit me, and I'm so proud of you for figuring out the train station, because apparently it's confusing for Japanese people too. So she just said, I'm so proud of you, I'm just so glad you're here, so I'll pay for your food. I was like, you don't have to, but that's so sweet. So then we drove around in her car for a bit. We went to the mall and we did some shopping. Obviously I didn't film that because we do that in America. We have malls, but I did film some of the sights from in her car because it was just beautiful. So I'll probably just cut to that real quick. So that was that. After that, we went to karaoke. I'm still debating if I want to put those clips in there because I don't sound good, but like it's karaoke. And they're also Snapchat videos, so they're going to be like this, and they're going to have, big blocky black screen on the side, and I don't know if I want to put that in the video. It's going to be like, we'll see. We'll see if it gets in the video. You'll see if it gets in the video. After that, we went to go get some sushi, and then we went to her house, but she would not let me come in her house. She has a lot of siblings in a relatively small house, so it was just a lot. So she asked me to wait in the car while she got her stuff, and her sister. So I met her sister. Her sister only speaks Japanese, so pretty much as soon as her sister got in the car, the conversation was strictly only Japanese, which my Japanese isn't that good, so it was fun. We went to a convenience store on the way to where we were going, and they asked me if I wanted something, and I said, daijoubu, daijoubu. And her sister gets out of the car and comes and opens my door, and she says, ikuze. I'm like, oh, alright. So we go in the convenience store, and I'm not getting anything because we had just eaten sushi, so I was fine. They looked concerned that I didn't want anything, so I just got a bottle of water, which then they would not allow me to pay for. But she said I could repay her by paying for some of her stuff when she comes to visit America, so Erika, I got you. So we went to go stay with a family friend of theirs. His name is Ken-chan. Well, Ken, but, Chan is an honorific. It's a very casual honorific that he said that I could call him Ken-chan. He did not know me. It was not required of him to open his home to me, but he was very kind to me, and I don't think I can ever truly express how grateful and thankful I am that was just, this is getting sappy, and he spoke also only Japanese, so there was that language barrier there, but again, like, I'm a complete stranger to him, and he opened his home to me. I was told before coming to Japan that I was gonna have to deal with a lot of, like, oh, you're a foreigner, and, like, get a lot of, mistreatment just because I'm a foreigner, but honestly, I've been treated better here than I have been treated in America sometimes. Like, I don't know. That's a loaded statement. Ken-chan's house. I just want to explain a little bit of like what his home was like. It was, I don't know. I'm so used to living in Tokyo now, which is like super busy, big city, and people everywhere. When we got to Nagoya, and then he lives outside of Nagoya. Nagoya is also a city. It's not Tokyo like city, but it's a city. So we were outside of the city, so we were more like in the countryside at this point. He had a nice sized house, and he had, you know, a couple of different rooms. But the room we ended up sleeping in, he had these beds. His house is like a spa, okay? He had these beds. They were these glass tables that were imported from Australia, I believe he said. They were these glass tables that had like these metal panels in them that like heated up, and then he would put a futon on top of it, so you were just sleeping on this really warm bed. So he had 3 of those in one room, and it was me, Erika, and Erika's sister, so we all slept there. It was the best sleep I think I've ever had in my entire life. Apparently those beds have like healing properties or something. The only problem was I am used to sleeping in a room that is extremely cold, purposefully, because that's how I sleep. I don't like being warm when I'm asleep. So I think I just woke up and I was very dehydrated, so I just felt really sick when I woke up, and I had to drink a lot of water in order to get myself back to normal. But they noticed that I was sick, and I was just saying my stomach was hurting because I felt nauseous, and I don't know how to say that in Japanese, so I was just saying my stomach hurts. I said, "Onaka ga itai, onaka ga itai," and again, they were very kind to me. Like, I felt so bad because they were like making homemade breakfast, and I couldn't really help because I felt sick. But they were just, this is so repetitive, but they were so kind to me. Like, they were so nice. He just kept coming over to me every couple of minutes, and he's like, "Daijoubu, Rei-chan, daijoubu, onaka ga itai, onaka ga itai." But his shower has like mineral water in it. Like, it was a spa. I went to a spa and it was great. He also had 2 dogs. I can't remember their names for the life of me. I'm so sorry. But I have pictures of the dogs, and they were so friendly, so cute, and they just came up to you and they were very warm and welcoming. This experience is what I assume what living in a homestay would have been like. And honestly, I kind of regret not being in a homestay. Like, logistically, I don't think it would have worked because of where my school is located. Being in a homestay, the commute would have been ridiculous every day and super expensive. So, like, it logistically makes sense for me to be in a dorm and not in a homestay, but the environment of a homestay, I envy, and I wish I could experience, because it was just being welcomed into a family like that, despite, you know, cultural differences and language differences, them still doing their best to be able to communicate with you and make sure you're comfortable and being accommodating to you. Like, that experience is invaluable. Like, I don't that I really would love to experience again. And obviously I want to make it up to them. Ken-chan, Erika-chan, if you ever come to America, I will accommodate you. Sorry, Mom, you're accommodating now. I will accommodate you, and I will pay you back for everything that you've done for me, because I really do appreciate it. Now, this video is going to be kind of short. I'm sorry. I really am not feeling great. Haven't been feeling great for a week, to be honest. But this Sunday, tomorrow, apparently, we're supposed to be going on a field trip. So hopefully I'll be able to film some of that. But again, there's supposed to be a typhoon coming tomorrow, so I'm not sure if the field trip is still going to happen. If the field trip gets canceled, I'll have to figure something else out to film. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for this video. Go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe if you like it. Okay, bye. Audio Jungle.